Hi everyone! Today I want to show you how to create an EdPuzzle video that you can use in your class with your students. You can also use it to support a blended learning model or even to begin flipping your classroom. So we're in EdPuzzle and I clicked on the search tab. It's one of 3 tabs that you'll navigate through. What you're looking at is where you can find the initial video that you're going to want to edit or manipulate. I can search for any type of video by topic on any of these websites that are provided here, or you can copy and paste a URL link of a video that you already know you want. For instance, I'm going to show you this preposition video as an example, so I'm going to copy the URL address, and since I'm getting it from YouTube, I will paste that URL address here and search for it. So my pre-selected video has popped up in a new window, and this window will be my editing space. My first option that EdPuzzle gives me is to crop my video. That's indicated by the red scissors. So I can crop my video and choose the portion that I only want the students to see. So I've watched this video before, and it not only talks about prepositions, but also prepositional phrases. Say I want to scaffold my instruction and introduce prepositional phrases to my students at a later date, I can crop out the second half of the video to reflect that. So imagine that I only want to start my students viewing at 5 seconds.
Prepositions show relationships.
And maybe I want my video to stop at 1 minute and 20 seconds. I can watch my video within EdPuzzle as I edit it to make sure that I'm stopping it and starting it exactly where I want to. Once you're happy with that, we can move on to the next option, which is to add audio track. Now, the audio track will erase all of the original audio, all of the original narration in the video. So it's going to be replaced by your voice and your voice only, so be sure this is what you want to do. EdPuzzle is saying that you could do this. A good idea would be for your own teaching approach. You could narrate it or maybe connect it to something that students have already learned. But again, once you record it, it will be a voiceover of the entire video. I'm going to choose not to do this, so we'll move on to the third editing option, which is audio notes. As EdPuzzle suggests, these are great for introductory comments, a conclusion, remark. Again, maybe you can make a connection to something that students have already heard about or learned about in class. You could tell them to write something down or to pay attention to an important topic, etc. How to create a audio note is to drag your bar down here to the spot that you want to record. And to record your voice, you'll just click on the microphone. You can see that it is recording. I would stop it, and this little pop-up window, this little pop-up box here is showing students that there will be an audio note. You can do this as many times as you want within your video. And again, when students view this, they'll see the little yellow microphone, the speaker right there. If I'm happy with that, I'll move on to the last feature that EdPuzzle gives us, and which is arguably their best feature. It allows you to add quizzes or questions into your video. So you'll create a question by clicking on the question mark down here, and EdPuzzle will give you 3 options. The first option is to create an open-ended question, a multiple choice question, or a written comment, which would be great for a rhetorical question. If I go back to the open-ended question, when students get to this spot in your video, they'll write in the text box. So you would ask your open-ended question, and when I click save, this is a preview of what the students will see. Students will see your open-ended question, and they would write in the text box. I can continue and drag my cursor to another spot in the video, which I think would be important to insert a question. Click on the question mark again, and then this time we'll show you the multiple choice feature. Again, you would ask your question up here. You can add as many options, answer options, as you'd like by clicking on the add answer. For this example, we'll just make it true or false. And a great feature of EdPuzzle is this feedback feature, which is interesting. You can leave feedback as to maybe this is correct because, yes, this is correct because, and have some reasoning here. You have your question, you have your feedback, and you could do the same thing here. So if this one's false, maybe I can explain why it would be false. You can change your options here if maybe true is the wrong answer and false is the correct answer. And then you're also given the option to add a hyperlink or add a picture if you want to insert that into any question. Again, the last option is just a rhetorical question. If you're doing a rhetorical question, students wouldn't respond. That's all they would see is just the question. If I save this, you can see it appear here. And if you're done customizing your video and you're happy with the way it looks, you'll click on the Finish button. A pop-up window will appear. Now that I've already linked my Google Classrooms. If you choose to do the same, you can send the video you've just created to each class. So students would have a list of videos on their EdPuzzle pages. I'm not going to add any of my classes, but that is an option. You also have 2 superpowers. Your first superpower is to prevent skipping, which will require students to actually watch the entire video. If you check this, students can still skip backwards to hear an answer that they missed, but they just can't skip forward. If you'd like to assign a due date for students to watch and complete the video by, you're also given that option as well. Maybe I'll make this due next week. Again, you can send this if you were choosing to assign it to a classroom, but I'll just click later. And if you're wondering where your video goes when you're done, you can find it in 2 spots. The first spot is underneath your content, which will have all the videos that you've created in EdPuzzle. And then the second option is your classes. Up here in the classes, again, you'll see my Google Classrooms over here on the left-hand side. You're welcome to import those as you see fit. But if you go to some of my other classes, you can see all of these EdPuzzles are on the same class page. All right, well, I hope this was helpful and you feel more comfortable creating an EdPuzzle video for your students.